You know, as I said in my last video, I was not expecting to record today, so forgive the shine in the glasses, but you know, I was all set up, ready to record. Here's a dude. And Nintendo has just officially decreed that all of my collecting budget needs to be hoarded as fast as possible until June. I've decided it's a good time for another collection pickups video, because it's probably going to be a little bit before there's another one. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It does seem like Doot will be joining us today, and she has decided to sit on her tower and clean herself, so hopefully that's not audible. But yeah, we're doing another collection pickups video today. I don't feel like it's been that long since the last one, and I wasn't really expecting to do it for a little bit. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was today, the price is coming out, and the release date is early June. I was figuring I had until like the fall for it, and I don't. So I'm not going to be picking up anything else for a little bit. So yeah, we're not going in any particular order today because this is very spur of the moment recording. The first thing we have is this GameCube controller, which of course is not an official one. It is a wireless one though. I was just needing a wireless one for my CRT in the game room because I want to put that on wheels eventually so I can wheel it up to the couch, but it is a little bit awkwardly far away and I was just pulling up a chair every time. It was kind of annoying. So Ryder's mom got me this for my birthday. I didn't bring the receiver in here, I'm sorry. But it actually, it definitely, the clickies aren't quite there, but it still feels pretty good. It's a little rough on the joystick there, but you know, I just didn't want to pay for one of the wireless official GameCube ones that are so old, so hopefully this will hold up well. I think it can also hook up to my Switch or PC if I wanted it to, which is nice. But I like that it's like Mario colors. I just thought this one was really cute. I need to stop looking directly because I should probably get glasses that are better for recording. Anyway, onto the actual games we've picked up. We have been... I'm gonna drop it. I dropped all the others, no! Well, I was about to say at least the game wasn't in this one, but it was in one of them that I dropped, but it's a Switch game, it'll probably be fine. The first one we have is Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0? I feel like I hear it pronounced both ways. Sorry, don't come for me. The new game, like a pirate in Hawaii or some stupid title like that, has recently come out, and we've just been seeing videos, me and Ryder, about the series and thought it looked really interesting and funny. So I've been watching him play through this, and it's one of our favorite series now, already. This game is so delightful. You play as the serious, mafia, if you don't know what the Yakuza is, a mafia guy. And it can get really, sad and dark and whatnot, but then the side quests and the mini games are just so hilarious, and putting, this guy, I mean there's two guys, but Kiryu's my favorite. Putting Kiryu into silly little situations is one of my favorite things in the world now. But if you've never played this series, I highly recommend. Apparently this is the good place to start is with 0. And it's actually getting released on the Nintendo Switch 2, so perfect time to pick it up. I highly recommend it. The next one is actually digital. It's on my PC, so I'm going to go ahead and mention that before I forget it, because I inevitably will. I usually forget when I have a digital game. I picked up Unpacking while it was on sale. I still had a little bit of money on my account from a birthday present a friend had given me, and Unpacking went on sale, and I watched someone play part of it, and I was like, this will itch my brain so good. I genuinely, whenever we moved, I was so efficient at packing and unpacking. I did pretty much all of it myself, and not out of it any bitterness. I just genuinely enjoyed tinkering around with organizing in the house and decorating it and whatnot. It just itches my brain, and that's what this game is. It's like a little cozy game, but you're just unpacking boxes into different places that the person moves throughout their life. And I just think I'm gonna do it so well. Next we'll talk about Switch games. The last two are a little weird, so I'm gonna save them for last. I already mentioned these in my Switch collection video, so I won't go over them a whole lot, but my favorite physical media store was doing a buy two get one free deal, so I picked up, of course, 3 games with it. The first is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I've never played a Donkey Kong Country game, but I've wanted to for quite a while, so went ahead and picked this one up. I'm already planning on playing it this summer because I've heard some of the music in this game, and I'm like, it just seems like it'll be a really good game to help me through my summer sads. Next we have a double pack. It's Sonic Mania and Team Sonic Racing. I've wanted Sonic Mania like since it came out. I've never played a Sonic game either, I know. But I have seen people play through Mania. I know it's a really good one. So I thought it'd be a good first one to play. And then I just really like racing games, so this was there. It was on sale. It's what I picked up. It was buy two, get one free on used games, so I was a little limited to what I got, but that's okay because all of these I've been wanting to pick up, so just a good opportunity to. And then lastly, we have The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. And this one, I've been like wanting to play since it came out, but I was just like really not feeling the motion controls ideas, so when it got re-released on the Switch, I knew I had to get it. I have been wanting to play through all of the mainline Zelda games. Pretty much all the mainline games of every series that I love, to be honest, but I will be needing this once I catch up to it. So it'll probably be a while before I play it, but I'm glad to have it for when I am ready to get there. And then the next two are kind of weird. They don't actually have games in them. However, someone that I know works next to a GameStop and just happened to be taking out the trash around the same time that GameStop had. And so at the top was a bunch of like empty Switch cases. And like the cases they put like out on display. You know what I mean? Like the fake case. And so they got me 2 games because they figured those were the only 2 I would care about. And the first is actually just the case. It is Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And I wanted this when it came out so bad. But we were buying our house at the time, so bad timing. But now I can buy it for cheaper loose on eBay and I already have the case for it. So pretty happy about that. I just need to go ahead and order it. And then the next one is actually one of their display cases. You'll notice it is different. The back just says like for display only. It's in this black case, which you could still put a game in, but it is Super Mario RPG. This is another game I don't own, so if I wanted to, I could just get it loose and put it in this case, but I don't know, because then it wouldn't match the rest of them. This might just be a cool little like standalone, like on display sort of case, you know what I mean? Because I do love the art on this one. It's simple, but I think the designs are very cute. So that's all the games, but we still do have some figures, I guess, and shoes. I should probably go ahead and get the shoes out of the way. I don't know if it's weird, but it's technically part of something I collect. Not shoes in particular, but you know, nerd shit. And I needed house shoes that weren't slippers because I live in Texas and it gets really hot. And all our floors are hardwood, and it's just been very rough on my feet without house shoes, so I wanted some slides, and I got Pikachu ones. They are not good quality and not very comfortable, but they're very cute, and if I'm wearing socks, they do the job for cleaning around the house and whatnot. But they're already like starting to fade, and it was like kind of peeling on the edges. They were only like $9, so I guess I can't complain too much. Yeah, they're peeling around where my feet go a lot too. I'm just like, But at least they help a bit. And then the next one I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the way too, because it's not really like gaming related, but it is something I've brought up on the channel before that I collect, and that is a beautiful 80s My Little Pony. I have always dreamed, I found some like old ponies, like, it's been like 10 years or so since I found one in like a Goodwill, but I used to find them occasionally. And I don't go in Goodwill that often anymore because ours sucks now. But I always, every time I go into an antique store, which is something a lot of members of my family love doing, so I tend to go a lot, I always want to find one of these. And I finally did, and it's a twinkle-eyed pony, which are my favorite because they look really, really evil at first. Little artifacts. And she was grubby. You can tell her head, well, maybe you can. But it's just a little, like, discolored. But she cleaned up pretty well for the most part. This is Party Time, I believe is her name. And back when I was a teenager, I had a goal to collect all the twinkle eyes. And so now I'm like, maybe I should try that again, because I do love the twinkle eyes a whole lot. But yeah, I love her fluorescent colors. I just think that's fun. I think her hair used to be more pink right here, but it kind of is. But yeah, I'm happy I finally stumbled across one of these in an antique store. I don't even think I finished my train of thought because it's early and my brain's all over the place because of the Switch 2 Direct. And I just wanted to blab. But she was like tucked under some stuff, and I was like, we went to this section of it and there was a bunch of like old toys. And me and Ryder were looking around because I like these, he likes like Bionicle and whatnot, so some older toys. And I was literally saying to him, I was like, yeah, we just gotta look around because you never know. And as soon as I said you never know, I looked I saw like a little bit of orange, like an orange little leg sticking up. It had a little shoe. She came with a little outfit that she was not actually supposed to come with. And I just immediately like yanked her out. And the best part, she was free. We walked up to the cashier. We had this and I should have put it in the video. We found an album that was just Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up in like 5 different renditions. Didn't know that existed, but naturally we had to get that. And they were just like, oh no, you can just have that one. Just looking for a good home, because she was pretty grubby. Like I said, cleaned up nicely. So yeah, very, very happy about that one. Next we will talk about another one that I am so happy about, because if you follow me on Bluesky, you may have seen a bit of the saga. I ordered this guy in October of last year, and he was supposed to get here in December, so I was like, oh okay, early Christmas present to myself, whoopee. Actually no, it was supposed to originally be there in November, but I still had the same mindset. But then it got pushed back to December, and I was like, that's fine. And then it got pushed back to March, all the way to March, straight away. And I was like, okay, that's annoying. And every week in March, because like I think originally it was like March 3rd or something, every time it would get to that date, it would get pushed back another week. Until the last week of March, he finally shipped. It is this Cowboy Yeehaw gun Kirby. Like, look how silly. This guy is who gave him a gun? That's so dangerous. This stupid little belt, like, cutest little plushie. He went on sale. I saw Kirby Informer post it in October. He went on sale for like 10 bucks. And I had just seen this in like that game store I love so much for like $25. And so I was like, because I was obsessed with him. It was love at first sight. This is my culture as a Texan Kirby fan. Like, this is just who I am. But I was like, there's no way. He's so small. $25, that's a lot. And I saw Kirby Informer post that he went on sale for 10. So I bought him. And he was worth the wait. I just realized I forgot 2 things. I forgot 2 games. Guys, I gotta go get them. I keep a list, but apparently I'm bad at it. Me and Ryder, even though we knew we probably shouldn't, were near a half-price books one day, and so we went in, as you do. And they had good stuff. They had good stuff, they always do. We always come out of there with something. And Half Price Books doesn't just sell books, they do sell old games and whatnot too, and figures. It is not uncommon for me to pick up a book from there, but this time it is games and a figure. And we actually have 2 Game Boy Advance games, which I have not bought a Game Boy, like, Game Boy Advance, especially in a long time, like a Game Boy Advance game. It's been a while since I bought a Game Boy game, but first we have Lego Bionicle for the Game Boy Advance. Of course, we know who this was for. I don't really know anything about this game. I think he said you play as Takua. I could be wrong. But that's about all I know. But they also had Spyro Season of Ice, and I have, within the past few years, because of the Reignited trilogy, like, fallen in love with Spyro games. Like, he's such a cute little character. At least the original trilogy is so fun. I don't know how the Game Boy Advance games are. I'm kinda skeptical. But I now own one, so I'm hoping to get to that pretty soon. And the reason I was reminded of those is because I also got a figure while I was there, and it's Spyro, and I don't really collect Funkos, but like I've said, occasionally they will get me, and this is one that got me because look how cute. Like, well, his eyes are scary, but like the figure itself is really good, and I love the base. It's this little star, like it goes so well on my desk. That is where he has been living. I love this one. Like, this is the best Funko. And I feel like I never see Spyro stuff, like, anywhere, so I got excited when I saw him. He did come in his box, but I don't collect the boxes. I wanted him to live on my desk, so there he is. Oh, that's uneven. Sorry, Spyro. And then lastly, me and Ryder went on a date this past weekend, and they kind of got my order a little messed up. It's like, I wasn't even, like, that bummed. I was, like, kind of bummed about it. But he was sweet, and he was like, you know what? We'll get you a little treat on the way home. And I think he was meaning, like, I could pick out anything, like a drink from somewhere or candy. I think he was really hoping I would pick candy so we could share. But I could see a Five Below out the window, and I was like, I saw that they had Pokemon stuff at Five Below, like those cute little blankets. I don't know if you've seen them, but they had some cute Pokemon blankets at Five Below, according to Instagram. And I was like, I want to go to Five Below and get my little treat, and if they don't have anything good there, we can get candy from there. So we went there, and they actually did have the blankets. They were very cute. However, I saw something else that I was like, nope, I'm getting this one actually. Because when he first mentioned Little Treat, my brain instantly went to these figures because he has gotten them for me as a little treat before. But they had one of the Kirby, I think it's the Kirby Friends series, the little vinyl figures. And it's the flying Kirby. He's so round, he's so fat, just like I could have been if they got my order right. And I love these figures so much. I think they're neat. They're fun to have around my computer. But yeah, that is everything for this pickups video. I imagine the next one's probably gonna end up being a Switch 2 unboxing because, I'm a little offended it is releasing so soon. Give me some time, Nintendo. But yeah, I'm working on another project that I'm pretty excited about. It might take me a little bit to make a video over, but hopefully not too long. So hopefully there will be some videos in between then. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.